Welcome! My name is Cassie. I hope you're having a good day or had a good day wherever you may be in this world. Today we're going to go through my concealers. Make sure that you are subscribed and give this video a thumbs up and we can get right into my concealer collection video. So my first concealer that I have, I got this in a BoxyCharm. I don't use it very often. I do use it if I want to carve out brows, and I decided to keep it in case I had like a client come in or a client that needed their makeup done and I needed some color correcting or some of this to cover some of their things, imperfections. For a while I was using this one for my nose, but it was just a little bit too heavy, so this is actually a really good, it's 16 colors, it's really good to have on hand just for like anything. This is the Benefit Bowing Airbrush Concealer. I have only ever tried this once and I don't have a legit opinion on it, so I definitely have to try it out a little bit more. I will definitely keep you guys updated. I will do like an updated / declutter in like a few months, maybe like 6 months, and once all of these videos are out of my entire collection, and I'll let you guys know what I'll be keeping and not keeping and why not. So once I'm done showing you my concealer, I will place it right here so that way I'm not getting distracted. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer. This stuff is really good. If you have not seen my Fenty concealer and powder review, I will leave that up above in the card somewhere, either one of these sides. I always forget. I use it pretty often. This is just really light, so in the summertime I will not be able to use this just because it is super light and I'll be looking like KASS for the Family Ghost if I use it, but it is really good. It's not as full coverage or as much coverage as I normally like, so I use it on days that I don't mind that I don't have a lot of coverage. This is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and this is, it's honestly okay. Like, it's definitely not my favorite. I haven't used it in forever. I mainly kept this just to use as a primer for my eyeshadow. That's mainly what I do instead of wasting a concealer. If it still has a little bit of punch to do for it to be a primer, then I will keep it, because I don't use primers for my eyelids. I don't use actual primers like that. I use concealer for my primer for my eyelids, so yeah, I definitely keep it. But if it's still not good enough, then I usually just give it away to my sisters. This is the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer, I believe. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan, to be honest. It's just a little bit too much, but again, I do use it as a primer for my eyelids, but I don't have much of an opinion. I just don't like it. It's too thick, and I have fine lines underneath my eyes, and it just settles way too much. And I have 2 of these. So these are the Tarte Shape Tapes. These are just a staple in anybody's collection. I have the shade Light Neutral and Medium. Medium is for whenever I get darker in the summer, and Light Neutral is for like when I'm right now. My normal skin color, I'm not that tan, so if I use medium, it's more like my skin tone, but if I use this in the summer, it's a little bit way too light and it's way too brightening. If I put this underneath my eyes and use it as concealer, I also bring it to the top of my lids and use it as a eyeshadow primer, and I also use it to cut the crease. The Tarte Shape Tape is really good. It does crease a little bit. Again, I'm not here to lie to you guys. I'm not here to try to tell you guys to buy things. If I like things, I would rather tell you guys that I like things and why I like it, but I'm going to be 100% real and honest. They do crease sometimes depending on how good or how not so good you set your concealer. If I set it and bake a little bit, it's going to prolong the creasing, which means it's going to take a little bit longer for me to crease, but if I only put a little bit of powder, it is not going to last as long and it's going to crease a little bit earlier than normal. So I definitely love it, but I have found one that I love even more. But I go between these and the one that I love even more, and the one that I love even more is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Okay, I'm going to be 100% honest. Actually, I think I got rid of it. Their first concealer that they came out with was awful. Oh my gosh, I hated it. Hated it, and hate is a super strong word. Okay, so I gave the other one to my little sisters. It is over there in the corner, which I do not feel like going to get. So this is amazing. It is super full coverage. You can use it to do contour and highlighting. I have the shade Nude. This stuff is so good. I have minimal creasing when I use this. It is just amazing. I have so many words to say about it. I love the applicator. It's so good. And it pairs beautifully with their Too Faced Born This Way foundation, which I just have right here. So whenever I know that I want to have a good makeup day, I'm going to use this, and I will use this to pair usually. But if I want something that is really good and needs to last long, I'm definitely going to use this concealer. Most of these concealers that I have, I use for my eyelids. So we will go into this Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin and this Rimmel Match London 2-in-1 Concealer and Highlighter. Both of these I use to prime my eyelids whenever I am doing any type of makeup look if I didn't put enough concealer underneath my eyes. So these strictly I use for my eyeshadow priming, but I don't use it as a concealer, so I don't really have a review on that. They're just really good for priming. I do use this one sometimes on my sister as a makeup client, but yeah, it usually does work really good on her. She doesn't really have as much fine lines as I do, which is weird because she's 9 years older than me, so that's not fair. This is the NYX Dark Circle Concealer, and this is in light. It's like a light peachy shade for darkness under my eyes. I was using this for so long, and I feel like when I used it, my eyelids were just, under my eyes were just creasing so much. So I haven't used it in a while, but I definitely want to get back to it. It definitely corrects really good, and I enjoy the way that it corrects, but I need to learn how to use it and like play around with it in different concealers so that way it doesn't crease as much. Maybe I'm just using too much. I don't really know. This is the Naked Skin, Urban Decay Naked Skin. This I kept because it's super weightless. Like it's weightless, but it's not enough coverage for me, so I can use it on the days where I just want more of like a natural look or not a huge amount of makeup look. So that's what I kept it for. I know I said that I was going to put it in a trash bin or give it away to my sisters, but I decided to keep it for those makeup looks. And both of these, oh my gosh, this is so old. This is so old. I'm pretty sure I paid like €40 for this in Italy. The only reason why I don't use it as often is because like it's just way too light. This is when I was first getting into makeup and everybody was raving about this. It's just super light. It is really good coverage. I definitely need to play with it more, but honestly, it is so expensive for the amount of product you get. This is 0.23 fluid ounces, and this one is 0.34. So it's like got the tiniest amount of product in it, which is absolutely absurd for the amount of price you get. I don't even know if they still sell that or if they even sell it in like a new packaging. I don't use it as often just because it's super light, but if I have a client that is really light, I do use this. And then the next product is this Hooda Beauty, the Overachiever Concealer. This in her foundation, girl, you about to go out looking like amazingness on, I don't even know. You're just going to look amazing, and the foundation is amazing, the concealer is amazing, and the concealer even has like this cold applicator, so when you put it on, it's going to help to like, I don't know, reduce puffiness and stuff like that. So I love it. I don't use it as often, especially if I'm only going to like light makeup days because it is super full coverage, but it is really good. I definitely don't only use that for my eyelids. This I've never used for concealer. I mainly bought this for contour. I bought it, what the heck? Okay, it doesn't even have a shade on it, and I threw out the packaging. I bought it because I thought that it would be a good contour color, but it's like a little bit deeper than my skin tone and more orange. So I figured that I could use it on like a client. If they're super fair, I could use it possibly as like a bronzer, a cream bronzer, or I can figure out a way to use it on me. But I was going to return it, but I waited past the 60 days, so I couldn't return it, and that was completely my fault. So I haven't really used it that much. I don't have that much of an opinion on it as a concealer. That is my concealer collection video. If you have an opinion on any of these products that I did show you in this video, whether it be the same or whether it be opposite, then leave a comment down below telling me how you feel about it. Like the video if you did like it and you would like me to do more of my collection videos. I believe that is all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.